Hey everybody, I'm a little sick. Let's get on with today's video. As you could probably tell by the title of this video, today I'm going to be giving advice to teenagers, high schoolers, young adults. I just remember very vividly what my young adult life was and my teenage years, and I just wish that somebody could go back in time to give me advice about how to handle certain situations. And I would have probably been in a much better place now if I had somebody telling me this kind of advice. So this is for all you out there who feel like you need advice on how to handle your life and your future. Let's get into it. Bring awareness to your youth. Live your life fully and fully immerse yourself in the experience of school and the experience of youth. Oftentimes, we're so focused on the present and we think about the future, and then a lot of us cling to the past, but we don't really acknowledge and fully understand the self in the present. Having your youth is something that's so valuable but so difficult to see. As a teenager, we have the freedom to go and explore our hobbies, our passions. We have to go to school, of course, and some of us have to work jobs, and we have to deal with a lot of mundane tasks in our life, but you have so much free time if you really think about it. A harsh reality I learned as I got older was you're just gonna have less and less time. As you get older, you start working, so work takes up a lot of time. You start going to school possibly if college is something you're interested in, or if you're like me, you go down the entrepreneur, creative route and try to start your own businesses. You also have a lot more financial burdens as you get older. You have to pay rent, you have to pay bills, you have to pay for groceries and food and laundry, and there's just too much. Don't procrastinate your future. Like Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around at it once in a while, you could miss it. We tend to get caught up in the idea of high school, especially when we're teenagers. 4 years sounds like a long time, but in reality it's not, and it breezes by so fast. There are so many options that you could take when you finish high school. Is college something that interests you? Oftentimes we're pressured to go to college even though we don't know if that's what we for sure want. There's a lot of things that college can be useful for, but it doesn't have to be for everyone. You don't have to go to college. That's not something that's required. You can work on starting your own business. You can get an internship with a company that you really like and go from there. You can take your passions and promote them on social media. There's so many options. It's not just one linear path. Think about all the things you want to do. What are the careers that you would like to pursue? Write down all the ways you think that you can make money in the future without judgment, and don't think that any of it is impossible. Everything is possible if we set our minds to it. Once you have your list, narrow it down to the top 3 things that you want to do with your life. And once you have those ranked, you can start testing and learning about each of those things. And if you try it and you figure out that you don't like it, great. That means that you have one less thing to worry about. If you start thinking about this stuff early, by the time you graduate high school, you'll pretty much have a clear picture of what you want to do. Don't be afraid of dreaming big. Something that I was really scared of when I was young was to dream big. That's the goal. You want to be able to live your life fully. If you want something, go for it. Don't stop yourself. I think that oftentimes we end up being our own worst enemy, and we convince ourselves that we can't do things that we really can do. If you find yourself at a young age already having self-deprecating thoughts, low self-esteem, those are things that need to be worked on so that they don't limit you in the future. You're not what you think you are. If you think that you're all these bad things, that's not who you are. That's just a story that we tell ourselves. I was telling myself the same story for years. I told myself I wasn't good enough. All that did was just set me back because I didn't believe in myself. And because I didn't believe in myself, I didn't go after anything I wanted because I didn't think I could. But everybody is capable. Committing to a passion. You want to commit to something long-term so that way you can build it and nurture it over the next few years. If you start now while you're young, by the time you're 21, you'll have something built. I ended up spending a lot of my free time as a teenager on leisure time, rather than working on my hobbies and my passions and believing in myself. The best thing that you could do is just take action. You're never gonna know what the future holds. Never. There's so much uncertainty in life. We can't really see down the road of the choices that we make. But we can keep going down the road. Even if you don't know what the road holds for you, just go down it and see where it can take you. And you can always turn back if you need to. Envision the person that you want to be. Imagine the best version of yourself. What would that look like? What kind of person is the best version of you? Write down every quality you want to have and start doing things so that you can embody those qualities. You can be the person of your dreams, but it's not easy. Taking time to commit to ourselves is very difficult, and it's hard to to balance. We might put other people first and give them all of our time. But the truth is, the only person you're going to be with your whole life is yourself. Do what's best for you and set yourself up. It's not your responsibility to take care of what other people do with their lives, but it is your responsibility to take control of your life. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Something I realized as I got older was life is kind of based on connections. It's a lot easier for you to get to the point that you want to get to if you have people in that space. New people can trigger growth and help you form connections that can help you in the long run. Obviously, you don't have to be popular, you don't have to make friends with everybody, but having a small group of people that are aligned with you and keep you accountable to your goals would really help you progress. And if you're like me and you continue to hide yourself off from the world, that's what you'll get used to. If you want people to love the real you, you have to be the real you. It's your life, nobody else's. You get to choose what you want to do with your life. Don't just do things because other people want you to. I know a lot of family and friends can have a lot of expectations about what you do with your life, but it's important to be self-contemplative and look inside and really ask yourself what you want from your life. People shouldn't live through you. You're your own person. It's a hard truth, but we're all gonna die someday. Think about how you really want to live your life before you die, and think about all the things that you want to do. Write down a list of everything you want and keep it and add more things to it. Writing down everything you want gives you a bigger picture and gives you almost purpose to live for. Anyways, I hope that advice was helpful for some of you out there. Please share this with somebody who's young, in high school, teenager, middle school, whatever. We can all relate on this, and it's better to start when you're young so that way as you get older, you're more prepared and you set yourself up. Bring yourself the positivity and light that you're searching for. You're more than capable and you're ready. That's all for today's video. Bye everyone.